Hello, friends. Hello, YouTube. Right now we're on stream, but we're gonna do a live analysis for this Earthshaker position 4. Actually, I don't think you're in the stream right now, but you sent this replay in, so I needed to do this, and we're gonna do it live on stream. Other people will ask questions for you. Your main question was that you felt why can't we see the enemy team right now? That early game seems good, but then you were struggling to close this game out against people that are dragging it out. So what can you do? So let's just take a look. We'll see what happens. This is a Legend 4 game. No issues with this starting build right now. One thing to... Actually, who's in this lane? Clinks. Clinks, Wyvern, Tango, Axe, Top, Alchemist, maybe something. I mean, we see Clinks now. One thought is that because you have boots and because of the nighttime, maybe you could place this ward a little deeper. Maybe like, well, it depends what you want to do as an Earthshaker 4. Like sometimes you like cut waves, sometimes you pull waves. So if you're gonna cut waves, you may want to block this camp. But I don't know. I think this could probably be like a little further out. If you're putting it here to like avoid sentries, that's fair. But if you were just like, if you're willing to ward anywhere and hope that they don't see you, then I think you can go a little further because you have boots and because of the nighttime start now. But not really a big deal.
30 seconds and counting.
Some action going on top. I'm glad you're checking. Looks like you're buying a Tango, some regen. I've seen some people even just like skip the regen completely because they like just don't plan to play the lane, but it depends what you want to do. Double clarity tells me that you want to block the creeps, but you actually are not doing that. Or at least that's what I think double clarity should be for. To be honest, I actually can't believe you guys got a kill. I was thinking it, but I didn't say it. I was like, I don't think Earthshaker Underlord gets a kill. What is this mad dive? Sir, it's level 1, please. Oops, got a clarity canceled. Yeah, this is going, I don't know. I kind of feel like the reason you go 2 clarities is because you don't plan to play the lane very much. If you're not going to be in the lane, you're not going to take damage, or not a lot of damage, so then you don't really need tangos. And so, like, one thing you can do is grab the rune, run down here, fissure this, and then you clarity. Then you run down, and then as soon as your fissure's back up, you fissure again, like, up here. Usually, that requires you to fissure, like, down here, and that's why, if possible, like, Underlord grabs the rune, and you, like, run down and go fissure block. Now you could choose not to do that and still start double clarities, but it just means that you plan to like play at the edges, maybe secure a range creep, maybe pull creeps. Like it's stuff that isn't going to use health. So right now you guys went for that kill, which I guess is kind of you know, if it happens, it happens. I guess it's not really out of your power. But like if you use fissure here for the creeps, then it's such a long cooldown that you're not going to get to use it to block creeps. I mean, but maybe that's okay because you did get a kill after all. Gone Windlace first to get more front load of regen. You could, but if you do that, that means you're going to play. You plan to play the lane a bit more, which Earthshaker doesn't really plan to do. It's pretty common to do like tangos and boots, or double clarity and boots. Not to mention that the courier is slowed down by regen consumables. So if you can, well, it kind of goes both ways. But like if you, like your way would keep the courier a little faster, but it's also like not that important. Yeah. So see, like you ended up, okay, I do like that. You ended up getting the tranquils instead of that tango, and you bought a sentry too. So now you're pretty much good. Unfortunately, you used both clarities already. I think you probably usually want to have one. Yours got canceled a little early, so you may want to be a little more careful with that. I don't mind that you pulled Fissure to get the last hit. I'm fine with that. Clinks just let you get the last hit too. Cool. I'm curious what you got this sentry for. I kind of wish you were in chat so we could ask. But the so if you saw that they had a ward, the sentry's cool. If you plan to block something, sure. This might be for the Clinks, but well, now I look like a fool. He did take it level 2. I was gonna say, oh no, this isn't the no, yeah, it is. For some reason I was like, this isn't the invis. No, it is. I kind of disagree with this on the Clinks' half. I don't think Clinks should get this level 2, but I guess it works out now because the sentry for the lane is good if they're gonna get invis, like when they get invis. But because I would have thought he's not going to get invis yet, I can push the sentry off, right? If he's not gonna get invis to like level 4, then it's like, oh, I don't need the sentry till then. Turns out he's getting it level 2, so I guess what do I know? But I guess in my mind, this sentry could have been a clarity, and then you could clarity now, and you still don't need the sentry yet because I don't think Clink should have it. But yeah, here we are. Looks like you're looking at mid. I think this is a pretty tough kill though. I mean, maybe Visage called you over. That's a little different. Yeah, that ended up kind of awkward. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nice courier control, though. All right, let's go back at this. I think, so the reason I think this is a very tough kill is Alk is a strength hero, of course. And if you look at his health, he's taken some damage. He's still at 600. Visage is at full health, also at like 670, you know? Visage can be strong, but I don't know if Visage really cares to get kills early. I think Visage just wants 6 pretty quickly. And Visage is going to have a tough time actually getting kills unless the enemy is like making some mistakes or they're a bit more fragile. Especially if they take like, if they're only getting these 2, then maybe you get the kill. But I mean, this is pretty reasonable to take fairly early, but it doesn't really help with damage. So usually the way like Earthshakers want to gank is that you just like fissure block here or like fissure block this way, of course hitting him and stunning him, but then trapping him so that your mid gets to attack. And then because he already has, like, let's say they are both half health, he gets fissured and stunned, so he takes a bit of damage, and then he gets in like 2 free auto attacks. If he stands and trades, he won't win, right? Because he's already like at a quarter health at that point versus the Visage who's at half health still. So he's forced to run, but he can't even run back this way. He has to run like left or right, depending how you fissure block, and hopefully he dies. Like that's the way Earthshaker goes. So if you kind of like run in like this, 1, this guy doesn't have the damage to do it, I don't think. But 2, you now can't, like even if that stun hit him, you kind of whiffed it, oops. But even if it hit him, he then just gets to run back. So it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work that way. You don't think he needs the leveling cloak? I mean, that's probably fair. I'm not too much of a Visage player. I don't quite know. Is the chat box showing up in stream? I think it's supposed to, but I don't see it popping up there. Maybe I missed. Maybe you already made that earlier. So yeah, I don't think this mid gank is gonna happen. If you want, because you had some time. So let's actually go back. Oh, I see it now. Okay, you're good. It's not appearing on the Twitch stream anyway. I see it on the bottom left. Okay, we're good. Okay, so let's go back here. So Underlord in a decent position right now. Let's see, when do you start to roam? So you decide to roam here. Let's just look at your vision. Oops, you're dire. My bad. Let's look at your vision. So why did you decide to roam? Underlord in an okay spot right now, but see that the lane is pushing. And then it's gonna be here. Now it looks like you want it to come mid, but I still think like it's a pretty tough kill. Even with Visage, like even if Visage had take these 2, I think it's pretty tough. And well, okay, watch the minimap. So if you're not in lane, Visage, or not Visage, Wyvern could be pulling right now, and look at that. They are. So right now, instead of going mid, you could have prevented this pull. And let's turn full vision back on. Now, fortunately for you, this was a kobold camp. But it does mean she is getting this XP uncontested because Underlord's over here. And now, these creeps. Oh, Clinks. This is pretty smart. Clinks is dragging it back, not to his tower. He should have brought it like further in, though. This is going to become really awkward for him in a second here. If he had brought that down a little lower, it would have been better. Okay. So, mid, the gank attempt did not lead to anything. Which I probably could have told you that before you went. Because, like, Alchemist is just a tough kill to do. Now, if you had wanted to, like, block a camp, maybe. But I don't think you really need to do that quite yet. And what we lost out for being in this lane was that they got a pull off. The creep wave is now really messy. It's very much up here. And there's a lot of creeps. So maybe you could play a little aggressively. Try to, like, stun him. I think this is a... Oh, he doesn't have enough mana. Okay, if I were you, as these creeps die, I would, like, wait here. And try to, like, fissure block the Clinks like this so that he can't go back. And then you Firestorm, like, right here. He's got a bunch of creeps hitting him. And he can't... Like, what does he do? He has to, like, run down and run away. And hopefully the tower kills a couple creeps. He misses some last hits. Takes a bunch of damage. And you would still have time. Like, see, these creeps are still there. You still have time to, like, run up and do the pull. Like, right around now would probably be... Like, right here is the ideal time. I guess you would miss the pull in this case. But actually, you could do it a little sooner, because if your fissure kills the creeps, you can then do it, like, a second or two sooner, or have the Underlord kill things. So, like, you would fissure right now. Look at this guy. 300 health. Fissure does 110. And then Firestorm. God, the math. Who even knows? But then you got 3 creeps hitting him. That is like 1 hero hitting him. Now, you guys don't have to dive because you're melee. If you were ranged, maybe you could poke him a bit more. But you could just make him take a ton of damage, get really scared. Look, they don't have a salve in here. So he would be like way down here and just depend on tangos. He would have to play very passively for a little bit. Well, he's a ranged hero in double melee, so not that long, but, you know, a bit. But I think pulling here is a good idea. I just think maybe you could fit in that, what we just talked about a little. And maybe it would have also been different, because instead of going to roam mid, I don't think you had to do that yet. I think you just, like, stop the pull and try to keep the wave, like, up here. I missed what you bought. See what it is in a second. Underlord keeping the... Okay. 4 minutes. Underlord is holding the wave here. So, you have a couple options. He has to try to pull to fix this, or the rune is going to spawn. Looks like you're going for the rune. I like that. Against an Alchemist, try to secure some runes. I don't know if Visage needs the haste rune. You could probably just take it. Yep. Ooh, courier kill. Nice. Okay, so this... Now that you see him go invis, that is when you leave the sentry. If you don't want to place it yet, you could just give it to the Underlord. But placing it in the lane is, in my mind, what you bought this early sentry for. Okay. Until this guy is 6, it's just really hard to get a kill. He needs 6 to attempt a kill. Even though it's a Alchemist. I know you want to, like, slow him down. But you can't yet. And so trying to slow him down now is, like, wasting time. You have to, like, know when your efforts can, like, lead to something. And right now, it's, like, not quite yet. Do you need this magic stick? Kind of feel like you might be able to skip this magic stick, because you're not going to get very many charges from a Clinks. And even though you're, like, playing actively, I guess it's good to do. I don't know. One thing you could consider trying. You've kept up a good attention to mid and a good attention to bottom lane, but you might be able to, like, take a peek top, because you do have like a Pango, not a Pango, a Witch Doctor, and this Morphling. Now Morphling, you know, not the most well-known aggressive hero, but Witch Doctor, you probably could get a kills, especially if this guy like overextends or the axe overextends. So you may, you know, I'm not telling you have to teleport top, but like peek at it and see if they like look low, because you could TP up here, gank, get a kill, and then run mid, mess with him, and then run back bottom. Because you have Tranquils, you're pretty fast. Oh, where are you? Yeah, you have Tranquils, you're pretty fast. So I want it to be like an option to you. You don't have to do it, but you don't even know if you have an option or not if you don't like look over there on the minimap occasionally, you know? Okay, looking for Alchemist again. This is kind of a hard game, to be honest. I think Visage also has a tough time killing killing an Alchemist. If Alchemist uses his ult, he has a hard time. And it's like very hard to play bottom lane because you have an Underlord versus 2 ranged heroes. Say that, you might get a kill here. Nice. What'd you do with your sentry? You may have used it to block the camp. I think you want to leave a sentry in lane for the Underlord. Could still be stealing XP from the Alch. That's an option, yeah, standing there. As long as Alchemist is getting gold, though, I don't know if he cares that much if you're stealing his XP. I mean, obviously, he would prefer you don't. But if he's still just getting to farm, then I don't think... It's probably better to, like, try to get a kill somewhere else to then, like, free up a hero to come actually, like, steal camps or, like, kill the Alchemist, I think. Oh, he blocked the medium camp by mid. True. Yeah, you do slow him down a little bit. So what's Visage doing? Visage is like jungling a bit. What's Visage building? I don't know, guys. I know you're getting to farm the lane. I kind of want like a Visage to like be pressuring towers and stuff. But I'm not a Visage player, so I don't know if she like requires a certain item before he can. I don't think too much is going to happen bottom, though. I don't think you need to keep coming here. I say, as it looks like maybe you're going to get a kill. But I kind of think Underlord's a hero who just, like, he does fine on his own, so you let him do that. And, like, maybe you get kills top. Like, if you went top and Visage rotates... Let's go back. Oh, that's probably too far. Like, so, okay, here you're mid. Look where they are, top. They're pushing up a little bit, not too far. But if we then check the lane, catapults are up. If we got a kill, maybe we get some tower damage. I guess you do need to defend mid a little bit. But you know what? Visage is still here. Visage could do it and then TP top. And you walk top. Let's see. So now Visage gets it, and this is when you decide to go bottom. But I think right now you could be heading top. Because I think you have an easier time getting kills top than you do bottom. Is it position 4 Axe? Oh. I thought it was position 4 Pango. If Alchemist has his ult going, it's going to be hard for the Visage to kill him, even with a medallion. But if they manage to find him a little low and then you medallion stun all that, then they probably could get the kill. But yeah, I'm not because I'm not a Visage player, it's hard for me to judge like how far they can push it. But usually when I get a really good Visage player on my team, even though I'm not watching them, it comes with like a lot of pressure, like taking towers early, getting kills, and I don't notice them jungling too much. Visage getting the Spirit Vessel is fine. I think someone needs a Spirit Vessel because it's really good against Alchemist, and kind of good against Wyvern too, and good against like strength heroes in general. So someone like Axe or like Clinks, who gets a bunch of health from his ult. I don't think it's too bad. It's not a typical Visage item, but like who else is gonna get it? So Visage probably should be going for like a Spirit Vessel. I don't know, may not have it queued up. But yeah, I don't think a lot is gonna happen bottom, and I think you going top would be a little better. Even though they got it without you. But like, it should be easier to get with you, plus you then get kills, which boosts up your gold. Alk getting to farm a lot right now. Like, if you had gone top, that rotation finishes sooner. People can come back mid and start pressuring the Alchemist again sooner as well. Right now, Alk is like farming kind of uncontested, and that's pretty scary. Maybe you guys are about to turn this into some kills, okay? Axe kill, we got a lot here. Mid tower. Ooh, an Alchemist kill maybe? Okay. Alright, this is pretty good. Pretty decent blink timing. Where are you going? You got Tranquils, you don't have to back. What are you thinking about? Trying to get your blink? I would still stay up here. The blink is going to make its way to you eventually, and you have the mana. So if you didn't have mana and you needed like you needed a clarity on the way, then you can run back, pop it, and then if it's showing up on stream, then it'll show up in the recording. It's all good. And if it's not, you know, whatever. But anyways, if you have the if you have no mana, sure, you run back to meet your courier, clarity up, run back. But since you have mana and like very little HP, your HP is going to be solved by the Tranquil Boots. And you have a very long range spell here in Fissure. That means like you can stay here and let the courier come to you, and you are in position so that if they were to go on Visage somehow, or if someone strays up too far, you have this opportunity to fissure them and maybe get a kill, maybe save Visage. But if you're back here, you like remove that opportunity from yourself. And it's not like you need the blink right now, right? Because you still have to wait for the Tranquils to heal you up. So I think like staying, you know, still playing safely, like stay back here. But then if you're in position to help. And if you don't have mana, then yeah, you got to run back for it. And then while that courier was coming out, I think you could use it to check the high ground if you wanted. But if you plan to ward there, I guess that's okay too. However, I think right now, so Visage is getting strong here. What the heck? Okay, guys, I don't know why they got the urn. They're not getting the Spirit Vessel, and now they're going for the Aghanim. So I don't know. But because we're starting to feel strong now. Visage has level 2 ultimate. We just got some kills. We know we can get kills. We want Morphling to farm. We want Underlord to build up some of his aura items. And Visage and Witch Doctor, pretty good at getting kills. You have a Blink Dagger, pretty good at setting up kills. It would be nice to have this ult, so maybe we could wait a couple seconds. But now would be a great time, along with his Blink. So you've got this. I want you to, like, smoke up with it. But because you warded already, like, you're going to smoke into their side, which means this is a great time to place a deep ward against an Alchemist so that you can see when he's farming and we can go pressure him. But you already placed your ward defensively. When you think about it, are they going to play aggressively right now? Look at this, like, on the minimap. Like, who is invading your jungle? Maybe a Clinks. Sure. But that means Underlord is shoving in this bottom lane. And it's like, well, Clinks isn't here. Clinks is roaming. Everyone knows Clinks is roaming. But Alchemist is already a hero who is going to be disappearing into his own jungle. So, like, when Alchemist is gone, it's like, I don't really know. He could be in their top jungle, could be in the bottom jungle. But Alchemist is not a hero who's going to invade this jungle, like, for the rune or something. He's not going to do that. He's only going to be in this half of the map, and you need to know where he is. So I think you should save this ward and then place it down here. And I see you guys, like, running bottom with this smoke. I don't care about Klink's farming. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Go this way, go this way. This is much better. I almost flamed you for nothing. You fixed it. The only thing I would have changed is to, like, bring Visage along in the smoke. But in the end, you guys ended up with the Alchemist kill. Fantastic. And you got Visage too. But it was kind of like a little roundabout. So, like, if we go back, let's oops, went back too far. Is this person watching right now? No, they're not watching right now. But they were next in line. They sent it to me in the Discord, so I wanted to do this one. And it's pretty recent. I missed the timing. Maybe we can check right here. Oh, this is on Christmas. A nice Christmas game. Oh, it's a loss though. Too bad. Okay, so right here, this is when you smoke. And we're gonna see you. In fact, we'll just play it. You, like, take this winding path, and Visage, fortunately, like, I don't know if you guys were communicating, but they connect along the way. Whereas I think it would have been easier. You guys walk a bit more mid. Visage comes to you. Or maybe Visage still goes mid, but, like, you smoke and you walk. Let's do a free cam. You smoke, like, here, and then you just walk, like, this way. Or walk up here this way. It's a lot faster, and, like, if you think about it, the longer you're off the map, the more suspicious it gets. So you kind of want to make these movements as quickly as you can. And because Visage is here, the two of you are really unlikely. I guess with the Death Ward possibly. But I mean, he does have a stun, so if he stops Death Ward, you're not getting a kill with just the two of you. You need Visage for damage. Which means when you guys, like, walked this way, if you had gotten a kill down here, I wouldn't have liked it. Even if you got, like, a double kill. Because it's the Klinks and Wyvern, it's like, okay, cool, we got a kill. The guy you need to stop right now is free farming, though. And so I'm really glad you guys ended up walking here. But just keep that in mind, like, sooner. I don't know, like, maybe you guys came this way and decided, oh, we can't do this, now let's try Alchemist. But that order of priority is wrong. It should be like, we need to find the Alchemist right now. And then, like, place a ward while we're here. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but, like, right here, this is a really nice ward spot. It's just outside of the camp, and it'll let you see here, and it's, like, uncommon, so it's unlikely to get de-warded. I like this spot a lot. Really good against Alchemist, because you would see him farming this camp or this camp. And that's why you kind of need to, like, have a ward when you, like, make the smoke play. But you get the kill in the end, which is good. And now we should see if we can convert this into a tower. We have the creeps right there. Ooh, I'm sorry. That's the other thing you need. You need smokes and a sentry when you... or dust and a sentry. Because if you run into Klinks, he's just going to get away. Oh, you got it now. You still need a sentry when you want to push, I think, against the Klinks. It's preferable. I guess you are the position 4, though, so ideally the position 5 would do it. Still have Echo. There's no reason you can't just smoke and go again right now. Okay, I don't hate that, actually. If you turn this into a tower, I think this is okay. Unfortunately, all the creeps died. Yeah, go with her. You can still set some stuff up. Place a deep ward while you're here. Okay. I'm okay with that one. I don't care about this. Let him farm alone. You keep up with them. Are you and Morphling going to get a kill? Unlikely. Visage and Underlord sounds great. Like, you pit someone, stun them, they get pitted again, Firestorm the whole time, Visage birds. Sounds awesome. Plus, we need that mid tower. We need to start taking their objectives so that we can pressure the Alchemist. I don't care so much about this top tower. Now, they did get mid. I still think you want to be there with them, though. Okay, Visage looks like they're going bottom. I think you could push out mid right now if you wanted, and then head bottom. Looks like you are. Little and Dill, welcome. Thanks for the follow. All right, now run bottom. Perfect. Haste rune. We can go make it to them. Yeah, so you see how there's like no vision here? We really want some kind of vision to see the Alchemist. It'll make it easier for you so you can like fissure from, you know, he's farming this hard camp. You get a fissure from the high ground, then blink in. Something like that. I guess the Aghanim's is kind of busted on this guy, right? See, where's Alchemist right now? Where's Alchemist? No. See, you guys are like making your way top here, but the question should be, where is Alchemist? Where's Alchemist? He's here. That means I want to be there. In the Mirana replay, we kind of talked about the like farming and fighting zones, and how now that towers are down, you decide where like farming and fighting zones are. Wherever Alchemist is, we want to make that a fighting zone and like bring the fights to him. If he's playing in here, we all run up here and start fighting here. Exactly, just like Cinderen's quote. When it's an Alchemist, when Alchemist is in the game, it's an Alchemist game. And that means we gotta run at the Alchemist. Like animals, we just run at the Alchemist. Not too soon, you know, in that like first minute, like you're not gonna do anything to the Alchemist then. But now, when you have the potential to kill him, with the like the heroes are farmed up, you now have the ability to kill him. We gotta go run at him and not like come up here and kill like an axe or something. Rip. But if you still win the fight, might be okay. Morphling looks like he might get this kill. Okay. Ooh, you're getting the shard. Nice. Shard does seem really good. I would say this is going okay for you guys so far. The around the 10-minute mark, there was a point where like Alchemist was farming a little bit too much, but you guys are now doing like an okay job. More than okay. You know, you guys are doing a decent job of like creating some pressure, trying to play a higher tempo. But do try to focus it a bit more on the Alchemist. I know I'm telling you like as if it's the whole team. You just have to do your best to ask the team, like, focus on the Alchemist. You know, if he's playing down here, who cares about the axe up here? Like, run at the Alchemist. Same deal right now. We've got 5 heroes. We could do something. Where is the Alchemist? He's somewhere down here. Run some heroes down there. Morphling, don't need him. Let him farm. Let him pressure this tower. 4 of you, run into their jungle and find this Alchemist. Never mind, he's up here. Run at this Alchemist. Morphling, go farm. Pull up the net worth. Oh yeah, look at this. Alchemist is farmed. That's from having that period of time where he was farming a little bit too much. This is scary. This is scary. We've waited a little too long to pressure him. We still can, I think. Like, when you bring all your heroes with the Firestorm, really good against him. If we had a Spirit Vessel, hopefully someone's working on it. But this Maledict, decent against Alchemist. You have to chunk him down because he does heal up. But if someone has this Spirit Vessel, if someone had the Spirit Vessel, it would be a lot better. But you'd have the ability to kill the Alchemist. Let's run in top. Let's run at him top. And like, Morphling can pressure this tower on their own. If they want to defend the Alchemist, like, 2 outcomes happen here. Your boy Trickshot, welcome, hello. 2 outcomes happen if Alchemist is here farming and 4 of you run at him. Either you kill the Alchemist, fantastic, good outcome, that's it. Or they rotate a lot of people to defend the Alchemist. What does that mean? We probably don't kill the Alchemist. Too bad. But is he farming when there's 4 heroes fighting 5 heroes? Probably not. He's like kiting in between, thinking like, are we fighting? Am I gonna go farm? I'm not quite sure. You guys also not hard committing, because like, why would you fight 4v5? But right now, when that 4v5 happens, Morphling is free farming somewhere and taking an objective. And that is good for you guys. And that's why it's okay for you guys who have this killing potential right now to just run at the Alchemist. And if they all rotate, just back off. Don't commit and feed, because that's really bad. Then Alchemist is farming heroes and creeps. But if you can force a lot of rotations, that is good, because it frees up space for Morphling, and it is hurting Alchemist's ability to farm. So long as you don't then feed kills to him. Okay, we see the Alchemist, and you guys have control of this area, so I'm actually pretty okay with what's going on right now. Although ideally you want to be a little closer to the team because it looks like a fight's happening. Okay, defending this tower. Alright, we see Alchemist top again. You have like two choices. You either like take 2 objectives right now, or like keep pressuring him. Ew. Ew. I don't like this teleport at all. I mean, I know it's not you, but what this means is like Morphling is going to farm here and he's going to run into the Alchemist, which means like now you guys kind of have to go pressure him. I wanted Morphling to be down here free farming the objectives while we go created issues. I really don't like this teleport. It's going to become awkward for you. I think you guys also want to get Roshan when you can, like after you win a small fight. Because this guy is getting Solar Crest, he can do it pretty quickly. I think. See, like, of course you're getting gone on. You TP'd to like where they were all running. Alright. So right now, you mentioned getting people to do Roshan pubs is hard. Yeah, that's true. So right now, your question at the start of this was, well, when you sent this anyways, it was like, how do you avoid a long, drawn-out game? So we're going to see some stuff later, I assume, where they're like creep cutting and stalling it out. But in the meantime, you need to look to end the game, I guess. Like, that's how we avoid long games. How can we do that? Securing Roshan, great way to give us an advantage and potentially push down further into the towers. Visage, getting pretty strong. But late game Visage, gonna struggle against an Alchemist because Alchemist can kill the familiars pretty quickly. A Morphling's gonna be pretty strong in this game too, but oh my god, this Morphling is so poor. This is sad. Sad stuff here. Very poor. I don't know where the rest of their stuff is. But I think you can still play very much around Visage, Underlord, and you guys. And like trying to get the Roshan, trying to push that into an objective. Yes, that might be very hard to do in a pub though. But that I at least want you to know that's what you're supposed to do, you know? And at least try to get your team to do it. Like, say it. And if they don't do it, that's too bad. Oh, no. Okay, if he hadn't gotten his ultimate off, might have been a cleaner kill. It looks like he might still get him. Pop quiz, chat. Chat, what do we do right now? And you guys watching the videos too. What do we do right now? Just killed the Alchemist, just killed the Pango. Wyvern used ults. What do we do right now? Jungle Bar. Yes, that's it. No. Trick shot, you got it. We're doing Roshan right now. Look at the lanes. Creeps. Oh, we got the catapult wave. That's cool for taking objectives. But it's over here. This lane is up here. And this lane is over here. I suppose if you wanted, you could run bottom and try to take this high ground without Roshan. It's a little risky because I don't know, just taking high ground's a little tough. They did use a lot of their spells though. But you don't know their buyback status, and like if they bought back, hey, that's good, but like at the end of the day, you still didn't take an objective. And they can just play it safe for a bit, and then like, what did you really accomplish? You got some buyback gold, sure, but like, eh. I think getting Roshan right now is fantastic, and then you take like, you can take these next 2 tier 2s, so that then you just need to win one more big fight, and you could possibly mega them. See what happens. We've killed Wyvern. We've realized we can't take a tier 2 tower when we have no creeps. You are pinging Roshan. Excellent. Let me just finish this tomato creep. Okay, not bad. You guys got here. Got here probably a little like 10 seconds later than ideal. And we can see that kind of matters because people are respawning. And if they wanted to fight, they could run here right now and slow you guys down. But looks like they weren't. Looks like they're going to be a little like 10 seconds slow as well. We see how we cut that a little close, guys. We cut that a little close. If they had like a Pango here poking us, Clink's poking, like Wyvern poking, we would have been scared to do this. Alk would have respawned, TP'd in, come to fight. That's why like identifying it pretty quickly is very important. You guys did get there eventually, but this is kind of the difference between like lower and higher ranks. Is like, how long does it take you to do that? Waiting those like 10 seconds to finish that big camp. That wasn't you, I know. It's like the Visage. Like Visage farms the big camp. Other people like do some other stuff. Like it opens up the chance to throw the game. In this case, it doesn't look like you are, but we could have been like Blink called, Wyvern ulted, all of that jazz. Even though it was like, in this case, it was on cooldown. But if you get here faster, you like secure this before those risks come into play, and so you're not likely to throw the game. But I am happy you guys did it, so that is pretty good. Nice. I was not paying attention to Roche Timer. I'll be honest. Now, I think ideally you would have stayed with your team and like someone else would have gone to go push it, like Morphling. Your stuns are a big way to set up kills, so I need to be there. Now, you don't have to get the mid tier 2 if it looks like you could push high ground. And you could at least like pretend you are to force people back. Looks like they came back on their own though. So we are going to get tier 2. Okay, I'm fine with this. And we see Clink's bottom. Oh, where are you going? Who cares about that? Okay. So you see how that push just died? Without this Underlord here, you can't push anymore. And everyone has to back. Everyone actually has to back. Because you have no idea where Clink's is. And the 4 of them could all rush in and Clink's meet up. And you're not going to win that fight because it's 4v5. This TP was not good. I don't know who called for it. I don't know if he made that choice himself. But I want you guys to know, I think you could have taken this tier 2 right now. But now we can't. Clink's forced you guys back. If Clink's got this tower, you know, it's not ideal. But who really cares? It's like a tier 2 offlane tower. And in comparison, like you're taking the mid tier 2 tower, which is more important. Plus it opens up like all the racks to be taken. Now, Underlord could ult back, I suppose. Hey, look at that. We split up, we got scared, someone died. I'm gonna get Axe, because Axe is feeding back. Ended up back here, I suppose. Now you get caught out. I mean, not really caught out. You were kind of like, let's go back. Your positioning is a little far up, though. So as soon as this happens... Oh, he blinked on you. I see. I thought he was still here. I got a little distracted watching up here. I guess just like you, I made the same mistake. Okay, that's not your fault then. I do think like maybe you could, instead of positioning... Like, I think once you like run into 2 of the heroes here, know that they can kill you. And I would like back out and like go stand on this side. And then that would kind of solve your issue there anyways. Because you were there, I understand why you died. Oh, he did get the Spirit Vessel eventually. Would have been nice to have a little sooner, though. We kind of threw this a bit, huh? So originally I said I think this could have been like a very clean tower take. if Underlord Ubers back immediately, I guess that could work. Like, you TP home, Uber in, but now you can't Uber out. And if Clink stayed bottom, like, let's say Underlord TP's out, saves this wave, Ubers back in immediately. Clinks could just push the next wave and take this. And so I think it's, like, better to just take this tower sooner. And, like, open up the chance to, like, push everything at once. And because, like, even leaving temporarily puts your team at a weakness, because Underlord TP's out. As soon as they see him TPing, Clinks could TP home, and they could start a 5v4 fight. And by the time he Ubers in, it's like the fight is kind of already in play and decided a little bit. Not to mention, this guy has the auras. He needs to be in the fights because he provides all these auras. And if you remove him, you're removing a large chunk of the team fight. So I would have just not cared about this tower, I think. Which kind of leads to the question you originally asked. How do you avoid the game dragging out when you have split pushers? If what they're taking doesn't matter, you just ignore them. Like, just let him take this tower, you guys take this and start poking this high ground. And what's he gonna do? If he starts taking your high ground, then yeah, someone goes home, you deal with it, you guys regroup. Maybe you guys try to kill him. And then you start a new push. But, like, if they're just taking a tier 2 or a tier 1, who cares? Don't go deal with them. It's not important. If you don't have, like, a really mobile way to do it, you know, like a Storm Spirit or Ember, that's different a little. Is that worth echoing for? I don't know if you need to echo for that, but maybe. I'd be willing to echo for the Alchemist. I'm not sure about the Clinks. I guess Clinks is kind of farmed too, though. Kind of a tough call. All right. Looks like you're close to your Yule, so you're going to farm it up. That's fine. We did throw some momentum there. Couldn't cutting from mid down to bottom force Clinks to TP out. Yes, that is also a viable option. As long as Clinks doesn't kill the tower with, like, the creep waves he has, he could then, like, cut the bottom creep wave and you push 2. That's why in pro games you tend to, like, cut 2 waves. You, like, this is very hard to do in pubs, right? But you, like, position in a way, like, around here. Let's say you've taken all the tier 2s. So most of the team is, like, here, pushing in mid. And then, like, someone is continually cutting the bottom wave. And that means the split pusher's only chance is to, like, take top. But then, like, if you really have control, you just, like, swap it. And you, like, come stand here. You let one creep wave go bottom, and you come cut top wave. And for you guys, that's a very short shift from, like, playing here to here. For a split pusher who's, like, over here, losing the creep wave, and it's like, oh, he let a creep wave go bottom. I must now come over here. And then you, like, rotate again. It's like, oh, well, now I must come back here. And it's this huge amount of space you have to, like, rotate in between. Very hard to get people in pubs to do this, though. So, you know, technically it's something you can do, but it's very tough. Okay. What? How did that even happen? I like that you have a smoke on the way. But we didn't take this mid tower. That's kind of unfortunate. And I think we lost Aegis, too. Oh, it just expired. Okay. We are getting Scotty. That's pretty good for dealing with Alchemist. Uh-oh. Someone just died there. That's no good. Losing anyone right now is kind of bad. Because it means you can't do anything for 60 seconds. Like, no matter who dies. It doesn't matter if it's the safe lane, the carry, the supports, the offlaner, whatever. Anyone who dies, you have an issue. Almost halfway. Yeah, I know, right? We're gonna go a little faster because I suspect in this mid game there's not gonna be a lot happening. That's kind of what really happens in pubs. You have to wait for 1 minute before you can do anything, really, unless the enemy messes up, kind of like that Wyvern just did. But like you're not going high ground without all your heroes unless you like somehow kill like a bunch of theirs. So this is now 1 minute for the Alchemist and the Clinks to farm. And when you're the team that needs to end early, anytime the game extends is like really bad. Now, are you the team that needs to end early? At this point, I'm not even sure. But I do think Visage drops off. I think Visage is an earlier game hero, but Morphling is kind of a later game hero. And Alchemist is like pretty good early, or pretty good mid game. He's like kind of weak early. That's when you have to go on him. And usually he drops off in the late game, but with his change to like the Ags, I don't know anymore. I don't know if he's like, maybe he is fine in the late game because you just like give everyone Ags and like now you have this shard to like make Clinks, who does scale pretty well. Invis mobile heroes with this like ability to like eat creeps and stuff. This is pretty good. I think it's harder to play against their team in the late game than your team, but I don't know about like I don't have a great feeling for Visage because it's kind of rare to see. Sorry, I was reading chat. We missed that a little bit. Okay, once Underlord spawns, let's take a look at the state of the game. It's getting tough. We're getting to the point where it's like, I would start to feel like we've missed... I would already feel like we've missed our chance. I think losing this here already kind of like missed our chance. Still can win, it's just like harder now. We have everyone. Let's take a look at the map. So top is pushing for us, and looks like Morphling will do one more wave. We can get mid pushing for us, and we have a bit of time bottom. Probably have about 30 seconds before bottom has to be dealt with. So maybe all of us could just head mid, try to start controlling an area. The fact that we lost Aegis, though, means that we're kind of waiting on Aegis. That's why, like, we wanted to do it sooner. We had the Aegis, so that was preferable. But now that it's down, we still want to get this mid tower, but then we kind of want to wait for Roshan. So ultimately, I think taking control of this top area, this part right here, kind of doing what we talked about, kind of controlling 2 lanes, and one person deals with the other lane, wait for the Roshan to come up. You just keep trying to play this top half. Don't spend too much time bottom. And we'll see. And you kind of like see for an opportunity, like, because the enemy will often be a little undisciplined as well and like split up. Is a smoked triangle okay since Clink showed bottom? Yeah, I think if you wanted to do that, you could. Downside, though, is that because Clinks is pushing bottom, you know that someone is going to have to deal with that eventually. So if you take control of this area now, but then are forced to go deal with bottom, they can then come back into here. But it kind of depends on your heroes. So in this case, Underlord is probably okay to defend bottom on his own, at least at the high ground. Like maybe you lose to the tier 2, but at least he could defend high ground on his own. And then the rest of you like maintain triangle area, and he can come back in. It'll kind of depend on your heroes. But yeah, I think taking control of the triangle with the smoke, when you see like Alchemist and Clink's bottom, that would have been fine. Aghanims on you. I kind of feel like you need a Ghost Scepter or BKB to not die. Okay. Oh no! Oh, it's just the Witch Doctor. Run it. Okay, pop quiz. I kind of already gave the answer. What do you guys do right now? Look at the map. Just killed 4 heroes. What are we gonna do? Jungle Top. We're gonna go mid. The supports right now can ward. Supports can move top or bottom, ward up a little bit. Roche time, Honestly, you're right. I kind of forgot the Roche timer. But actually, I don't know if you need to do Roche right here, guys. One, because I think it's like right. Oh, you know what? You put the Roche timer in. Great work. Yeah. So because Roche could just spawn right now, one person can check, and when you don't see it's up, you go take this tower. Um, Now, if you knew Roshan was up, I actually still think you could push in this case because you have so many people dead. And because Visage and Morphling at this point are strong enough to very quickly take buildings. Before, they were weaker, and so it would have been slower to take buildings, but like still able to take Roche because Roche scales up. Now they're stronger. They can do Roshan roughly at the same speed because he, even though they've scaled, he's scaled a little bit. But you can also take the good work on the Roche time. You can take the buildings a little faster, but also because you killed 4 heroes and all the abilities were used. So even if they buy back, Visage is pretty much just as strong as usual, and you still have Echo, which means if they all buy back in and like rush to that mid tower, you could get a sick Echo. You've got a Visage and Morphling who are still just as powerful as always, but an Alchemist who doesn't have his ult, a Wyvern who doesn't have her ult, a Pango that doesn't have his ult. So in this case, I think you could push right now. I know it is a little annoying to like, sometimes you do Roche, sometimes you do push. But that's kind of the thoughts on it. And it looks like you guys are pushing. Trick shot, to get a replay, we have a Discord, and usually people just submit replays they'd like to have done. For now, I still want to like offer them all for free, and like I always want to offer at least some way to do them for free. At some point, if we get too many requests, maybe we'll have to like put a charge on it. But at least just to do replays for now, I still like to triple stun there. Got a little distracted, to be honest. Got the Alch buyback though. Kind of feel like this should have fallen faster. Maybe not. Okay, Alch buying back. This is still okay. New pop quiz. We tried to take the buildings. Alch bought back. What do we do now? I would say. So this is kind of, I mentioned like, okay, while the cores are pushing the lane real quick, the supports have a chance to ward. I think this would be an excellent time if you had wards in this area. Yes, exactly. So we're gonna like, yeah, we can ward the high ground here, have a sentry somewhere, and we just like wait in this area. We're still strong. Look at our map. Like bottom is pushing, or at the least it's not pushing heavy into us, so it's fine. We know they're all here, so we don't have to deal with any split pushers. What do we have? We still have Echo. We just said these guys are always strong. This is almost up. Now, some of their cooldowns have come up as well, so we now have to be a little more worried about that. But if we wait here, it's pretty much a high ground fight for us while they approach from the low ground. And if they're undisciplined and like one person comes out or something, great. Or if they're disciplined and they're smoked up, a lot of times when people smoke, they all group together and they will run up here. And if you have like the least important person or the tankiest, so let's say like Underlord or Witch Doctor standing here, you guys have vision because you've established it. They don't. If they blindly smoke up here, suddenly you see 4 heroes clumped up, you blink Echo, you win the fight, the game is done right there. Let's see what happens. What you don't want to do is split up. Right now would be really bad. You all need to just like leave together. If you're not, since you're not set up, you have to just leave together right now. And like really leave, because they very likely smoked up or Clinks is hunting someone. So like this, you guys end up scattering. I don't like this, because they could still be like all grouped running to one of these directions. This way they get a triple kill. This way they get a double kill. Not great either way. So we need to be closer together, and we want to be like placing sentries down so that we can see a Clinks trying to scout it out, right? Running in with Invis looking to Hex, but then you jump him instead and you kill the Clinks, and then you just like win the fight. Plus, you don't want to run down here because Roshan could start to spawn, which means we need to stay in the top half of the map. Everyone does. Anyone dies right now, really bad. So we had a chance before pushing in to ward. Right now, the map is pitch black. Who's got all the wards? He's got one. You have something on the way. Okay, you took some. We lost the Witch Doctor because we scattered. We can't do much right now because we're just scared. I'm scared for you. Like, doing this right now, this should have been done earlier. I'm very scared. Okay. See, Roshan's up. Nice. I like what you're doing with the courier. That exactly is the kind of thing we're looking for. We see Clink's running top. We have two choices. We run somewhere else to try to kill the team, or we go kill that Clink's. Can't do either of those really right now because Witch Doctor is dead. But if he was alive, because we all stayed together, and then we like see the Clink's off somewhere, and like because we had a ward down here, we see one there. We now get to choose the fight. But we didn't ward up beforehand, so now it's a little awkward. Now we have to like blind guess. And that's when the game like feels really awkward. Kind of looks like that's what you guys are going to do. Right now, everyone playing bottom, not where you guys want to be. Roshan could be up. And you know Roshan is up, actually. You saw it. Which means only one hero at most should be bottom. Someone who can make their way back to Roshan very quickly. So either Underlord or Morphling. Like, you want to be up there protecting these wards. We need a ton of sentries. Fight breaking out. Morphling not here. Does he not have TP? Uh-oh. If you know this guy doesn't have TP, you guys are kind of screwed. You can't be up here, and you just like have to forfeit Roshan a bit. Or like you poke a little bit. But it's kind of a big misplay that Morphling is not here right now. You've got to buy back for this. Good. Oh, but your TP was down. I still think you have to do what you're doing, though. Oh, man. This is tense. Goodbye. Still what you needed to do, I think. Unfortunately, I don't think Morphling can solo Roche. So see, at the end of the day, you guys could still win fights. Started out badly, though, because Morphling wasn't there, like, the whole time. The strongest hero. And he didn't have a TP. So if anyone's going to be bottom, we said they have to be someone who can come quickly. Morphling works if he has a TP. If he doesn't have it, someone else has to do it. Is he going to try it? Can he do it? Oh, he's got the Satanic. Yeah, he can do it. Alright. You guys had to use buybacks, though, and I don't think the enemy did. Yeah, they have all theirs. But you will have Aegis. Still going to be a little tough. We really need, like, sentries down ahead of time. And, like, to be, like, playing in a certain area on the map. Like, Clink should die really easily when you catch him out. Or, like, a gem. That would work, too. Put the gem on, like, Underlord, maybe. Maybe replace that Bracer or the Soul Ring. Maybe even a Morphling, like... What determines the fight? The Wraith Band or, like, being able to see the Clinks running away, you know? He should swap this out or, like, put the cheese there or something. But handing the gem to, like, one of them. Okay, Alchemist did have to buy back earlier, though. So you guys should quickly group up. Pick 2 lanes, so it looks like we're going top. Everyone needs to be there, though. Looks like Visage is about to die on their own, though. Oh! Just kidding. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Super throw. Super throw here. Alright. So. This should be being communicated, like, right now. Guys, when we're all up, go top. Or check the lanes real quick. Let's see. Okay. This one is the lowest, right? So we're going to mainly push mid, but we want to keep in two waves in general. So try to go down mid and to also ask, like, oh, try to get top pushed in. Turns out top is pushed in already. So maybe bottom. In this case, actually, you guys don't really have to do much. Your lanes are already pushed in. But usually you want to get, like, one of the lanes, or 2 of the lanes, like, ready to push. Now, mainly, we're going to go mid because this tower's up. We need all of us together. Alchemist buyback still on cooldown. So if we kill Alchemist, we've probably won the game. None of us can get picked off right now. If anyone gets picked off, we delay our push by a minute. I don't know the exact timing on his status, so let's check. 3 minutes, it turns out. If someone gets picked off and you have to wait like a minute, you have to add on like an extra 30 seconds to reorganize too when you respawn. He's almost there. What if they get another pick off? He's got his buyback. You know, it's really important to like not die right now. This is, if I was you guys, I'd feel like this may be our last chance to win here. I don't know if that's true because again, I don't know like Visage's scaling, but like, why not win now instead of like opening it up to like the late game where pickoffs are huge and you have to deal with like a invis clinks? That's super scary. So I want everyone to be like already grouping up and pushing together. It's like Visage TPing here to farm this stuff. I hate. Like, why didn't they farm this side closer to us and then make their way over? Everyone is like doing too many different things. You have a Visage farming the jungle. You were trying to rejoin your teams. I know that's why you're here. So like you are TPing here to go meet them here. But then these guys got split up. Morphling is trying to push top, and these two are pushing mid, and like the Visage is over there. Because like they get worried about someone dying, we have someone TP here. We're now split up. You like TP'd here to come here, and now everyone went over here. Which means when they go on Morphling here, they know. They saw a Visage here, and they saw a teleport. And now we're going to lose the Aegis. Right? Clinks is already here. These guys still back here because Clinks is a super fast mobile hero with his move speed, and these two are slowpokes. Slowpokes. So this was like our chance to... This was at least an opportunity to win. And we actually just like fed. Aegis had 4 kills. Visage, crazy strong. Look at this. Visage trying to save this. 1v5. Called by the axe, though. Shouldn't revealed there. I think he should have backed. It was tempting, but like everyone was there, you know? Look, your creeps are doing your guys' job for you. They knew. Go down mid lane, push the tower. You guys... The AI creeps made the correct decision over 5 heroes. 5 humans playing the game. What's your question? Sorry, I missed it earlier. From the position 5 perspective, what if your mid gets ran at and the position 1 gets ran at? In this situation recently or like in general? If it's a general question, I might answer that at the end. I think that is what you meant. So we might answer that. Let's answer that after the replay. Let's not get too distracted on it yet. So, this is why the games go long, is because we had the chance to win, and we kind of like people were scattered. Now I think it's a bit of Visage's fault, right? Let's say like a majority Visage's fault for like TPing and farming here when you know there's a Clinks in the game and you know the team is like ready to push. But then, everyone's still remaining scattered. That's really bad. Like once Clinks goes on this Visage, someone needs to communicate, like, everyone has to back right now. Everyone get back. Because Clinks knows Visage is here. Clinks can rejoin the fight before a Visage can. So at best, a 5 versus 4 could break out, like, immediately here if everyone was grouped together. Or they see 2 people mid, one who just TP'd bottom to the Visage, one who's here, and they don't know where you are, but they assume you're on the way. But it doesn't matter, because you know Morphling is alone. At best... one hero is next to Morphling, being the Earthshaker. And that's why they all ran at the Morphling right there and killed Morphling, and then it, like, devolved into this. The second that Visage gets found, if you can identify it, you have to tell everyone to back away immediately to avoid what just happened. And, like, we waste some time, but at least not everyone is dead. Crazy shard here incoming. What the heck? How is that okay? Oh, maybe the Aghanims with the shard is kind of good, though. It reduces the cooldown, doesn't it? Oh, no, that's the ult that reduces the cooldown. So never mind. I don't know if you need the Ags. I think the Ghost Scepter or BKB would be really good. And then, like, Ags after that if you really wanted it. Okay, what's happening here? Kind of hunting out a bit. Blind smoke without vision feels a little bad. Plus, I don't think you had Witch Doctor, right? Or what was that? Witch Doctor back? Yeah, can't speak. Witch Doctor was still dead. I don't know if I like the smoke, guys. In fact, I know I don't like the smoke. 4 of you are going to go fight 5 of them when Witch Doctor's 10 seconds from respawning. Plus, you need to, like, de-ward an area. At this point in the game, like, the next, like, a clean fight decides the game. So it's really important to drop sentries before you smoke to make sure the area is fairly safe. Because otherwise, like, every smoke represents a chance to win, really. You know, like, if you catch the carry out with a smoke, you could just straight up win the game. Which means if we waste one of those because we smoke under vision, I mean, maybe we still win, but, like, we just threw away one of our chances, right, of finding that smoked kill. So it's really important to de-ward as much as you can. Or be somewhere, like, you're confident, even without too much de-warding. Like, you're in your base or something. Starting to get tugged around. I can see what you mean. You feel like it's hard to make plays. But, I mean, isn't that crazy? Like, by the time you smoked, like, top was already pushing in. You knew you were going to have to deal with top. And you didn't really have vision of anyone, right? At this point, you guys really need a gem, I think. Because, like, gems or sentries, but I'm going to guess you're, like, running out of sentries. If Clinks walks in and gets killed without using anything, is that not, like, fantastic for you at this point in the game? The gem is worth it. 900 gold to see the Clinks walk in without having to drop, like, infinite sentries, right? If you kill the Clinks, the team fight is pretty much in your favor at that point. Gem in a pub game? I know, right? Crazy talk, but very important to do. Very scared, by the way, you guys. I don't see any of them. I don't see any of them. 4 and 1. These lanes are pushed in. Where could they be? You know? You just lost this outpost. Is that what? Oh, no, you're pinging this outpost. Sorry, I thought it was capped. I don't know. You can't make any kind of play without, like, a lot of you ready to be moving together. Let's say the 4 of you move your way up here. If a fight breaks out, which it is, like, say you made it further, there's nothing for Morphling to TP to, unless you, like, manage to cap the outpost, but then it's still a 6-second TP. Morphling needs to be with you guys right now. And you just have to be really careful about this movement here, because if they are in this area, they're going to have wards up first. So attempting this right now is, like, really scary. I need to see someone else before, like, in like one of my games, I think what should happen is, like, all of us are, like, we're maybe not even waiting here, right? Who cares about this tower at this point? We're probably, like, in our base waiting for someone to show. Or, like, 5 of us are sitting on a high ground. Like, you guys started on your triangle. This is a very strong area because you are on the high ground, they're on the low ground, and you know you have vision here and they do not. Which means if you are scared of them smoking, you guys all wait here. The cores a little further back. The supports or whoever's, like, survivable, like Underlord, they stand, like, here. They stand, like, here, so that if the enemy is smoking in, it pops and everyone sees them. You guys have a huge advantage. You have vision over them. They have to make their way high ground. As the fight, like, breaks into here, you guys still have vision. They don't, unless they, like, set it up along the way. But you throw that all the way when you come here, and it turns out they have vision. Like, they're doing what you could have done by staying here. The outpost isn't that important at this point to risk, like, moving over here, especially without this, like, Morphling. Why is he sitting at all strength? He's like, this is crazy. He's got so much strength, but, like, why? So, because of this, they get the easy initiation. You got hexed pretty quickly. Very unfortunate. Kind of what the BKB is for. To BKB before you blink in. You do have to buy back. I agree. Also, by the way, what's happening to you right now, getting hit by random stuff, canceling your blink, that is another reason why the Shadow Blade could be useful. Though it's also a reason why the Ags is pretty useful, actually. That overlapped a little bit, I think. Where are your... Look how low this guy is. Are you kidding me? You guys don't kill him because you don't have detection? I mean, I know you had one, but this is kind of what the gem is for, because there's a lot of dispels at this point in the game. And, like, because you're taking a fight in an area where they have vision, you, like, don't have sentries down here. You know, what if they tried this trick over on your high ground? You've got a sentry already. Alchemist gets away from a 2,000 gold item. They, like, just won that fight off of that. If Alchemist died, this probably goes a little differently. That's so sad. Ow. The blade mail hit. Oh, maybe Alchemist feeding a bit? Oh, so close. It ain't happening. Yeah, so this is why Visage falls off. Literally getting one hit by Alchemist, those familiars. This guy being so tanky is why he stands, like, on the cliff for you guys. So, recap. When you don't see the enemy in the late game, even if there's some objective you want, you cannot just walk in like that. The only objective possibly worth doing that for is Roshan. But even then, you really have to decide, like, team wipe up a high ground or have to kill the carry, like, twice. You know, sometimes you do have to risk the wipe, but other times you don't. And this is kind of a game where I feel like, you know, who takes it? If Alchemist takes it and you kill him once, like, he's pretty easy to kill if he doesn't have his ultimate up. And so, like, at least on one of his lives, he will not have Chemical Rage. Clink's a bit more annoying, but, well, actually, it is pretty annoying if Clinks gets the Aegis. Okay, that's that. But team wiping for it? You know, probably prefer to deal with the double life Clinks. Because if you manage to kill off some of the others, like, the second life will be pretty easy to clean up anyways. And you just need, like, a clean fight. Plus, when they come to high ground, even with Aegis, it's kind of countered with the high ground advantage, because you have the tower, you got the true sight, all that jazz. So rather than try to attempt a fight, like, blindly here, I'd rather give them Aegis and hold it here. But again, even if with the Aegis, you still have a chance. You just have to, like, smoke together and be moving as a group to Roshan, instead of, like, only 4 of you coming up here. Otherwise, if you know Roshan is down, just sit here, and wait to see someone. If you see even one hero show bottom, now you can make this play up here. 5 of you push in here immediately, because at worst you run into a 5 versus 4. But if the support's down here, it's very likely others are down here too. So then it's safe to move up here. But you need some kind of information. You can't see a completely empty map and then try to make a play. It's just asking for trouble. We don't lose here, though, for 20 more minutes. What the heck? Truly a pub game. We're going to start speeding up, though. This video is already getting quite long. And, like, you shouldn't even have to make some of these late game decisions, you know? But I suppose it's realistic, too. Nice. Checking up here. Hey, a little courier buddy. Your courier's dead. There's no way your courier lives. It's dead. Dude, you gotta just leave it on the side and hope they didn't notice. I think if you had just left it on the side, you might have been safer. Because maybe they didn't notice that your courier flew by, and you just, like, leave it in the dark over there, you know? We'll take that. Yeah, they just didn't take racks. They killed 5 heroes. They had an alchemist here, and they didn't take racks. Ugh. Alright, so now they're getting Roshan. Technically could still win. We just need to defend the high ground. Nothing else matters. Don't fight any tier 2s. Nothing like that. Someone can split push if they want, but you have to see Clinks. I don't see Clinks right now. I mean, I saw him briefly, but I think that was a replay advantage. What are you guys going to do with this? You guys might feel pressured to make a play, but it's really tough. So I'm glad right now I don't see you moving. You can... Surprisingly close this time. Once... Okay, we're good friends, so it's like, I kind of get it. Story time in the middle of a replay. Once we were playing a party game, and then my friend just starts like... He was living in a dorm at the time. And I guess it was his turn to like order food for people. So he starts ordering food and just like... And then I guess they were paying for it. So he's like reading off credit card numbers. And like me and my other friend are dying laughing. Like, we could just like copy these. Like, I'm glad you trust us this much, man. But it was like in the middle of a pub game. But anyways, this is very dangerous to do. The only reason you can attempt this kind of play is if you see a hero. Nice. I'm glad you... Well, you realized it was an illusion. You gotta say it for the rest of your team, though. I would not make a smoke play if I was you guys, though. I would just wait in this base. Just sit here. If you see one hero, or any amount of heroes down here, and then like one hero top and or mid, as long as they're not crazy mobile heroes, then you can smoke and try to kill off like one hero or like the two heroes, because you're not taking a 5-on-5. And you know that based off the information you've collected. But at the time you smoked, we didn't really know where they were. And in fact... still aren't really sure. We've seen two heroes show bottom. That doesn't mean we can smoke yet. You must see the heroes in different parts of the map. If you want to make a smoke play. If you just want, like, let's say Morphling. Maybe Morphling is only scared of Clinks. This is just, like, theoretical. It's not in this game. If you see Clinks bottom, then it is okay to just, like, push out top. But you don't really need to smoke for it, right? You can just make that play because you see two heroes, or at least you see the Clinks bottom, which means if the 5 of you move top, you're not really looking for a fight because you don't know if 4 people are here. You're just pushing out the wave together. Or like one hero is split pushing top or something like that. But you're not looking for like a full team movement fight, like with the smoke. Because we said like the smoke is your chance to get a huge kill and possibly like win the game. And so we're not just gonna like use it cuz, right? You have to have a reason for it. You want there to be. I understand, like even at my level, sometimes you just smoke and you're like, oh, I guess we're smoking this. But as much as possible, you want there to be like a very clear reason you are smoking. Even if it's like an attempt, like I think they're here, let's smoke for it. You want to do that. So right now I see 4 here and 1 here. Could we smoke and take this fight? Depending on the heroes, possibly. But this is not really that far apart, so I still wouldn't risk it. Okay, 4 here, 5. Oh no, I think that's our advantage to see that. If I'm Morphling, I'm terrified right now. I see 4 running here. There's like no way Clinks is not here too, right? Morphling should just like run into the trees. Like, yeah. Fortunately gets away. What do you... Pop quiz, guys. What do you do right now? Clink showed top, attempted the kill. Morphling got away. We saw everyone else run there. Everyone, push out bot, push out mid. A little bit. Mid still a little scary. Fight. No, not fight. Yes. McGeezy. Yes. Push bottom. And possibly push mid. Depending on the heroes, someone could push mid. They're still the jungle. True. And you know what? You can farm this jungle if you want. Someone can farm this jungle. But when 5 heroes are here, we will not approach that part of the map. We want to push out the waves so that we're buying ourselves time. Visage pushing out bottom. That's fine. You guys could probably have been in your jungle a little bit. This is enough. This is enough distance. One hero here, one hero here. This could be your chance, and it's hard in a pub, I know. But Visage immediately run this way. 4 of you run straight out. You can take this fight. Now, if yellow is like a Ember Spirit, then like, maybe we can't do it. Or like they have bots, you know, that's different. But like even being like 5 seconds apart can be enough to win a fight for your team. Ward triangle, yeah, that's not a bad idea either. Getting some wards out while you can in this half of the map, that would be okay too. But it's like kind of, you actually want to do like all of that, right? You push bottom, you push mid, someone farms the jungle, and like the supports ward while they can. Let me back up a bit. Let me see your positioning on this. This is a little too close. You need a good echo slam. And you need to not get caught in this, so I'm glad you backed off there. Need to save this guy here. Ooh, a little sooner, you probably could have knocked this Pango away. Ooh, so I think you actually had a chance to save him there. Morphling got killed because he... Oh, why is he not buying back? How... Are you kidding me? You guys are telling me this is not the game right here. You're telling me this game goes 15 more minutes? Morphling is about to like solo kill everyone? Question mark? What the heck? So I think you actually could have saved the Morphling if you fissured a little sooner and knocked the Pango ult away. The enemy team screwed up a little bit going too hard and letting Morphling kind of get these kills. You're still in a weak spot because obviously you lost Rax and Morphling had to buy back, which means the enemy's team is to... the enemy team's job is to just kill Morphling. That's all they're looking for. Like, what are we doing? We're running out alone. Y'all are crazy. Crazy. I'm waiting for everyone. So see, this guy dying on his own is a big deal. Because now you two are about to be up. And we still can't do anything for another almost 2 minutes. How does this game go on 10 more minutes? 15 more minutes? Speed up a bit. Like, what could possibly be happening? Look at this super long fissure. We do have Echo. I mean Earthshaker morph. I guess that's cool. Underlord's dead for 2 minutes. What do? Let's split up in the enemy's base. Sure. All right. What do we do right now? Look how tanky that guy is. What do we do right now? Thoughts? We buy back? Not buy back. We force buybacks. Rush down mid. And possibly check Roche. Is our Roche timer still here? Yes. Roche can be spawning. One person check Roche. Everyone else run down mid. They have to have... Assume they have buybacks. At this point of the game, just assume they have it. Someone really needs a gem at this point. You don't want to be in the front. You want to stay further back. You're like too aggressive positioning. You need to stay further back. Uh-oh. I knew that was about to happen. I knew someone always gets screwed by Underlord ult. Someone run, support run to the outpost. I wouldn't even risk that. I don't even care about outposts at this point in the game that much. Unless you can like make a full team movement happen to be in that area, it's useful. But like one support running there could be killed by any of the cores at this point. So it's like not really worth it. Any death, when you reach like this 50-minute plus point of the game, any death is massive. It doesn't matter if it's support, like the poorest, most useless support. Any death matters right now, a huge amount. So like I would not risk sending a support solo if they have someone like Clinks on the team. All right, we're sitting again. Let's just speed past this. Nothing's gonna happen here for a while. I like that you attempt this courier stuff, by the way. It's not working out in this case, but I like the attempt. I like it a lot. Something I don't even do that well. Very nice. It would have been sick if you stole like the cheese and the refresher and stuff. Oh, that's scary, dude. All right, blah blah blah. We're just waiting, just waiting. All sit high ground. I mean, at this point, the game should be... Look at this. He didn't even hit them. He just cleaved them. This is why Visage drops off. At this point, they could just BKB and Mega you guys. It's really tough here. You guys are fortunately heroes that can sort of deal... I mean, it's not ideal, but you can sort of handle Mega creeps between Underlord and Morphling. If you're a lineup that really can't handle Mega creeps, you have to take the fight, like, out here. Or like over here, and you can't allow them into the base. If you guys like position back here and let them walk in, then you're like for sure gonna lose the racks. In this case, I don't think it's the worst. You guys are just looking for a clean fight. If you can like kill enough people, they don't have buybacks. You can then like shove down mid and actually just end the game. Ignore that racks, end the game. So that's like my game plan. Do not risk your life for like being out here. Like find the safe, cleanest fight you can. And because it is past 60 minutes, we do need to get our tier 5 neutrals. That's pretty exciting. We don't usually get to see these. What MMR? This is he's legend 4. I think it's like high legend. I think there was like an ancient in here too. Let's slow down. Okay. Morphling should live. Oh no. Morphling buying back. Okay. It's kind of why you need the Ghost Scepter. Ghost Scepter. Actually, yeah, just the Ghost Scepter would have been good. We've been mega'd. If we can win enough, kill enough heroes, we might be okay. Did she have the refresher orb or a refresher? Looks like she had the refresher orb. Can we kill the Alchemist? Still? God, someone buy a gem, please. Okay. This is scary. The rest of the team should be here helping. They're not, though. Lynx looks like he's trying to end the game. Or it looks like he was running there, but he's given up. You guys gonna abandon your poor witch doctor? Yeah, so the skeletons are... they make ags okay, so that your blink isn't totally ruined. But you, like the Shadow Blade is also good for that reason.
Somewhere, someone lays blame.
No, why?
Dire's courier has been killed.
Everyone run down mid right now. One hero can defend. Underlord can defend. Or anyone with bots. In fact, that's a little preferable. Whoever has bots and will not die to Clinks should stay and defend. But it might just be Underlord who can do that. Everyone else, just run down mid. No other lane matters. This is like, you have to end the game right here. Because this guy does not have buyback. And like, I don't know if you guys know Wyvern has buyback or not. I remember Alchemist buying back. I may have missed her buying back. I mean, I can see now with this information that she doesn't have it. But like, either way, you either force a huge buyback at this point of the game, or like, I know he doesn't have it. Takes like, look where they are right now. This walk right here takes about 20 seconds. And then you're at racks. Don't get like Wyvern ulted, but you know what? She's dead, so it doesn't matter. Why is anyone alone right now? No one needs to be by themselves right now. No one needs to be in twos. No one needs to be in 3 and 2. Everyone straight down mid. This is the end of the game right here. And now it is like not. Oh, we got scared off. Oh, this could have been a sick win right here. I think you guys could have done it. If you're there, like if you rush down here, this guy has totem to like chunk down towers. Crazy. This was your chance to win. Honestly, this guy's buyback. The second he dies, I would buy back and go down mid. This is like the chance. This is your option to win. I don't want to play longer than you have to because you're dealing with megas, right? This kind of stuff will happen. The game only gets harder like when you're mega'd and they have like a Clinks and they could just BKB hit your buildings, right? I'm kind of speeding through this because I actually not to sound, it just doesn't matter anymore. Like that was the chance, and everything after this is probably the end. Echoed. Nice. We'll watch it because we watch the rest. Might as well finish it. But those were several opportunities throughout this game where we had the chance to like start taking racks to end the game, and we like didn't. And it's hard. I know it's really hard. As you enter the late game, it's like really hard to feel comfortable making some of these calls. And I hope that's what this helps with, so that you know, like, next time this is at least what I think needs to happen. Even for me, it's like you just have to make your best guess, because how many times do you make it to this kind of game? Very uncommon. That's why I usually focus on trying to improve the early game rather than the late game, because it just like it's like every single game has an early game. Not every single game, and very few, in fact, have a late to ultra late game. Okay, summary time for everyone else that didn't want to watch a hour and 40-minute video here. Really what it comes down to, and what I'll have timestamps for, is that you did have a chance to win this game. Multiple chances. But we kind of, not you specifically, but like the team kind of threw it a bit. And in not just this game, but many pub games, you often need like someone to be the voice to direct people. So that can be you. Sometimes you'll get someone else who can do it. But at least for a support player, I think we have the most time to be like watching the minimap and to make these kind of calls. And we need to be the ones saying like, everyone straight down mid right now. Like, do not split up, go down mid, do not pass go, do not get picked off by this Clinks and throw our chances at winning. We all have to walk in a straight line like kindergartners, hold hands right down here, and end the game right now. Being able to identify those opportunities will help to hopefully win a couple games when you have a team that listens to you. And when you don't have a team that listens to you, you just lose the game. But at least you know you attempted the right call, and that's pretty good. Let's look at this graph. Yeah, so like around here, this is pretty good. You know, it even looks like the enemy team is a little bit ahead. But when they have an Alchemist, this is just what needs to happen. So like honestly, they aren't that ahead here. And like, especially when you like actually make it even, an even game when an Alchemist is in it is a losing Alchemist game. Now Alchemist did get to farm a little bit too much. We talked about that too an hour ago. But then this late game chance, there were just like multiple times where we had the chance to do it, and we just kind of choked it. But don't sweat it too much, because even if you improve this, you'll only win like a couple games every now and then. It's very rare to get this far. Yeah, Alchemist is so rich. Look at that. The late game is really just about finding good kills. Because at the late game, even if you had 5 supports, when you have 6 slots of items, anyone can take buildings quickly. Now, some people will do it even faster, of course, like if you're a carry. But in this game, when you have like a Morphling, an Alchemist, a Clinks, you know, Visage, the late game, any chance to hit buildings, they will fall instantly. And so it really just comes down to like who can get a good team fight, who can get an important pick off. That's why smokes become really important, why good vision becomes really important, and why team coordination to not like get distracted and split up because one person gets picked off and like that's it. Um, and that is like late game Dota. That's why it's like so important to have a very disciplined approach and why it's so hard to do in pub games because no one has any discipline. But that's it. We'll end this here. It's been long enough. Thank you, YouTube, for watching, and I'll see you next time.